I'm Kate Monahan, and you're watching Inside the Nest. Go Hogs!
Division III student athletes can now receive athletic scholarships, but for the first time in NCAA history, Montclair State athletes can receive some compensation thanks to recent NCAA legislation. Student athletes like MSU's Cameron Martin can make some profit off of their name, image, or likeness, or NIL for short. Martin, who plays tight end and runs for track, has established a partnership with the company Full Throttle Athletes, a website which helps players market themselves through virtual clinics.
What it really came down to was an opportunity for me to really grow my brand. I would say that me personally, I feel as though that I have a lot of personality. I just feel as though with working with Full Throttle Athletes, which is a new company, just gave me the opportunity that I'm able to grow my brand as well as grow this brand as well.
It can be more of a challenge for Division III athletes compared to more prominent Division I schools. Tara Reinecker, Associate Athletic Director at Montclair State, says,
So for student athlete at our level, if there's some type of live streaming commercial that goes along with our shows that we do, maybe that's another opportunity that we need to look at for student athletes at the Division III level. But at the Division I level, it's a little easier. They're marketed, they're in the media, they're in the news, they're televised. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges is we're not televised.
Consider former MSU lacrosse player Jesse James West. He left school after the shortened 2020 season to become a social media influencer. He now has over 932,000 subscribers on YouTube and 299,000 followers on Instagram. If NIL had existed then, perhaps West would still be a Red Hawk.
So just a year ago, something like this type of behavior was illegal and was considered an NCAA violation, and now that behavior is actually okay and they can promote their brand.
Montclair State has 7 students who are under partnerships thanks to NIL, including athletes from men's and women's soccer and field hockey. Reinecker thinks the future is bright for athletes wanting to make a profit from NIL.
I think it's going to be something that's more commonplace. I think that you're going to see a lot of more students, even if it is the lower level NIL contracts where it involves discounts or maybe promotion of a brand and then they get a t-shirt. I think students like to feel important and they like to see what they're doing is important. And so I think that, yeah, you're going to see more students doing it, even just the small contracts, because I think it's fun for them. And I also actually think it's a good life experience. I think it's good for them in the future for careers, and depending on what their field is, it might be fantastic.
Freshman soccer standout Amir Lukabic has absolutely dominated the NJAC conference, finishing the regular season with 16 goals. He also netted in the lone goal in the Redhawks' NCAA first-round win against Gordon before the team lost to Washington College in round 2. Leading up to his soccer debut, Amir has an outstanding list of accolades from his time at Clifton High School. Last year, he represented the East team in the 2020 High School All-American game hosted in St. Louis, Missouri. He was part of the Liberty Division's 2020 Big North Conference first team. As a high school junior, he led his team to an undefeated season, securing the school's 4th seed championship with a record of 21-0-1. After falling out with the Rutgers D1 men's soccer program, Amir made a decision to go just one town over, here to Montclair State.
We saw Amir playing Clifton High. We've seen him play academy soccer. We know he's very talented. He actually had some Division I looks, but we're happy that he had an opportunity to come play for us, and we're excited for the future.
I chose Montclair because it was close by. It's a great team. The record's always good every single year. They always end up going far, always in the finals and all that.
Obviously the success that Clifton High School's had, being in the postseason and winning championships is one of the reasons that we were able to obtain Amir. He wanted to come to a school where he was going to have the opportunity to continue that success, and I think that's why you come to Montclair State.
Coming out of high school, going to college, definitely the physicality here has definitely changed a lot.
He was able to get away with a lot of things in high school that you can't get away with here. The speed of play is much faster. Amir is a player who can get away with some things because of his pure size and strength. And now he's playing against some guys who are just as strong as him.
Even with the change of pace, Lukabic would go on to finish the season with NJAC Rookie of the Year, receiving 3 Rookie of the Week honors alongside 1 Offensive Player of the Week award. Lukabic credits NJAC Coach of the Year Todd Tumulty for his full support all season.
Coach Todd is one of the reasons I came here because I've heard a lot about him, and that made me excited to come here. Just yesterday, we just went over game film to improve my game and improve my teammates' games, but he has definitely helped me a lot. He taught me a lot of things on the field.
Two of Amir's freshman teammates, midfielder Kyle Welch and goalkeeper Charlie Reevy, had nothing but praise for the 6-footer.
The first practice, he stood out like a sore thumb, you know what I mean? Just that combination of size and even speed and beautiful left foot he has, it was evident that he was going to be a problem this season.
Having a player like Amir on the field where we can just give the ball to and he can boost the team's morale or boost our confidence or get us up is always a plus.
I knew he'd be a very good player. I didn't know how good of a team guy he would be, and that's, I think, one thing that amazes me about him. He's willing to carry the soccer balls. He's willing to, talk to guys on the sidelines and tell them, what they can do better. Or, he's listening to some of the seniors and understanding, what it's really like to play at the college level.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be top goal scorer here.
Gets this one in, Lukabic. Oh my goodness, another goal by Amir. Great ball ahead from Chesney to Lukabic into the back of the net.
It's good, but it's bad at the same time because in games, I get double team, triple team, and it's pretty annoying, but I have to deal with that all the time.
He's a caring teammate who wants to only win, and he's really a physical presence in the middle of the field that I'm glad that he's part of our program.
Personally, I want to win everything. Obviously we're gonna have some losses in between, but I'm happy with the season. We have a really good record.
I say this all the time, he's just a horse. Everything about him. He's fast, quick, strong, big. He's just a horse.
Great guy, great teammate. Love hanging out with him, funny guy. About as great as a person as he is a player.
Have you ever wondered who's there for freshmen and other first-year students trying to get used to college life? Look no further than the University Fellows Program, which consists of upperclassmen ready to help and guide new students. One of these fellows is Jessica DeSarno, junior defender of the women's soccer team. Not only has the experience helped her lead in the classroom, but it has also helped her on the soccer field.
The Fellows Program has definitely helped me meet so many more people than I would have at Montclair State University and amazing other leaders. Overall, the program has helped me become, I feel like, a better leader, a better person, more comfortable speaking in front of big crowds, since we do have to kind of talk to our mentees and make sure that we feel confident in what we're saying, just so they know that they can confide in us if they need anything. So it's definitely helped me with my communication skills and my leadership skills.
DeSarno is in her third year with the women's soccer team and has already shined as a leader, winning the NJAC championship in a shortened 2020 season. She's now in her second year in the Fellows Program, not only guiding students in the classroom, but also on her own team.
Actually, one of our freshmen, Vanessa Ponce, is in our new student seminar class, so it's really cool to get to be with her in the classroom and then leave and go to practice together. They come to us for advice all the time, whether it be about school, classes to take, how they're dealing with the transition, and we're always there for them.
Natalie Lopez and Ivan Lopez are the coordinators of the Fellows Program within University College, which is where all undeclared students are a part. They knew Jessica would be a great fit for the program.
Jess is an amazing student leader inside and outside of the classroom. She does a lot outside of just being a university fellow. She's a leader on the women's soccer team, and she's very supportive of her peer mentors.
Her contributions to our lesson plans are always well received by her students because she's able to put that little piece of advice in our presentation about oh my God, students should know this information. This is very helpful. Students seeing that this information is coming from a peer, someone who's having these type of experiences at Montclair State, they received it well because this is something important that I need to know.
And if anybody is interested in joining the program and want to grow their leadership skills, the program is always open to new members as it continues to grow at Montclair State.
So when I was a freshman, I had University Fellows in my new student seminar class, and they really helped me navigate my first semester at Montclair State and made it really easy. And I always knew I had someone to talk to, whether it be about getting involved, then I wanted to be that outlet for freshmen. It does translate being a university fellow and a kind of upperclassman on the women's soccer team, having freshmen to kind of look after both there and on the field.
This past week, Coach Potts sat down with us for the second edition of Talent Talk. Here's a little snippet.
I'm going to give you 2 options, and you're going to pick this or that.
Oh.
All right? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so first one, McDonald's or Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Why Wendy's?
My kids love Wendy's.
Kids love, is it the 4 for $4? What do you love?
No, I don't even know if they know why they love Wendy's. It's probably the Frosty would be my guess, but definitely Wendy's.
Next one, Adidas or Nike?
Stripes over checks.
Well, why stripes over check?
I mean, we gotta look around the room.
Yeah, no,
right?
I was trying to
Simple,
get it out of you.
Simple.
All right, FaceTime or text?
FaceTime.
FaceTime. So you're a talker.
I'm a talker.
You're a talker.
I mean, we've been sitting here for a while. You can figure that out, right?
Wawa or Quick Check?
Wawa.
Wawa?
I'd prefer neither, but you didn't give me that option.
Oh.
I'd probably go Wawa.
Wawa. Netflix or Hulu?
I really don't do either one. I guess Netflix.
Netflix.
I'm old school. I told you, I'm a Jordan era guy.
So
I'm an
you
old guy.
never.
VHS, DVDs, those kind of things.
We're going to continue this. Jordan's name cannot be mentioned anymore. All right?
Gotcha.
All right, so no Netflix. Haven't watched Netflix.
I do watch it, but minimally.
Okay. Instagram or Twitter?
I'll go Instagram.
Instagram. Is it just you like posting on there?
I'm not a big social media post guy. I use Twitter for information to gather stuff, whether it be coaching quotes or those kind of things. Instagram is more just to see some of the things people post, mostly our guys, and that I get a good laugh at.
All right, and the next one, this one's hard for me, so I don't know how you're going to answer it. Pancakes or waffles?
I mean, you still didn't give me the neither option. I'm going to go, I knew I was going to get you. I'm going to go waffles, I guess.
So what's your favorite breakfast food?
Eggs.
Like eggs?
Yeah.
Scrambled?
I'm going to get you again, poached eggs. You ever had a poached egg?
Oh.
Oh, you're missing out.
You're definitely missing out. Maybe you're going to have to take me sometime.
Yep, we can do that. We can do that.
All right, and we have 2 more. So this one's going to be a hard one, actually. Moravian or Montclair State?
Woohoo! That is a loaded question right there. I'm gonna live in the moment. Montclair State.
Montclair State.
Yep.
Why Montclair State?
I love being here. It's great to be back in Jersey, close to my family, obviously. My kids love coming here. They enjoy the campus. They enjoy the environment of the games, and I just love what we're building. You know what I mean? And Moravian is a piece of me. Always will be a piece of me. It's a piece of my past a little bit more now. And I'm always a guy that believes, be where your 2 feet are. And I just love being with our guys. Our guys are so much fun to be around. So, I'll take them over anybody.
All right, and for this last one, you touched on it a little bit, but I said all of this because I kind of wanted you to change your mind.
I think I know what this one's going to be.
Greatest player of all time, and explain why. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
I'm going to go MJ. I know it's not going to sit well with you. But I'm a guy that believes in. I say there's a lot of guys in the background that are not enjoying this answer either. I'm a guy that believes that winning is critical. He never lost an NBA Finals. When he got there, he had a tougher road to get through. The Pistons, the Celtics back in the day. You had the Lakers on the western half. He changed the game. He created an avenue for there to be a LeBron and a Kobe. I don't think there was really anybody like MJ back in the day that created his own sneaker line and all those kind of things. So I think he completely changed the game and opened the door for those guys. But I love LeBron. A good friend of mine was his personal shooting coach for a long time. So I heard some great stories about his work ethic and all those kind of things. I think LeBron's done a better job off the court, maybe having an impact in the world that he's living in. But I'm going MJ all day.
What about on the court? You said off the court. What do you think about LeBron on the court?
I think he's phenomenal. I think he's obviously probably a little more polished in terms of every facet of the game. But I think Jordan had a level of killer in him that I don't know if Bron has that to that level. I think he has it, but not as much as maybe MJ and Kobe had.
All right, that kind of shook me a little
Yeah.
on you. I'm not sure if we're gonna have much more conversations because of that. But thank you so much for
Listen,
joining us
we
today.
could go get breakfast. You could try those eggs. We could pop in a VHS or a DVD of MJ, and you could start to find an affinity for the guy that really paved the way.
I definitely won't be sitting there for that long if you turn on a couple of tapes of MJ. I just don't watch him at all. But let's not talk bad about him. He is a great player.
Yes.
I know that. I understand that. But thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you coming on.
Always good to be with you, John.
Be sure to check out the full version of Talent Talk on our YouTube page at Red Hawk Sports Network. For everyone here from Inside the Nest, we'll see you next week.